to Allah Almighty's greatness. We are here. Not too long ago, we were sperm drops, like little fish. Don't know where we are, what we are. Hit an egg, bam. Start growing. Flesh start coming on us. Bones start coming on us. Then Allah Almighty sends that soul in that flesh that said, oh, Allah will always be obedient to you. Now Allah sends that power into that flesh. And if Allah allows us to come to our rationality and our sanity, we should be glorifying our Lord and saying, Takbir, oh my Lord, I come from a sperm drop. Now you're making me your sincere and obedient servant to do your will on earth as it is in heaven. But we ain't thinking like that. And that's why we're suffering all kinds of ways. We are stuck on stupid. And that's what Shaitan loves. Long as we remain deaf, dumb, and blind, it's like somebody going around to take your hands off your eyes, brother, sister. I don't have my eyes, I just can't see. We are too stupid to realize that we are actually holding ourselves back because we make the wrong choices to be disobedient. You don't have to be around people. If you're obedient to your Lord, the blessings come. You don't have to be around people. If you're disobedient to people, to Allah Almighty, the wrath comes on you no matter where you are. You cannot escape. Don't think you can escape. There is no escape. There's nothing outside of the realm of Allah Almighty. Where do we get these false doctrines about ourselves? From that dragon in us that listens to Shaitan. That is some dragon to try to ride by yourself. I've never seen somebody ride a dragon without having a dragon trainer. All the prophets, may Allah be pleased with them, were trained to ride their dragon. Why do we think that we may ride our dragon? Because we read some books. We say, yeah, I read the Quran, I read the Hadith, I made Hajj, I can ride my dragon. It will throw us and take us right through hell. We will think in our own mentality that we are Allah Almighty. I can speak. It's like Pharaoh said. Pharaoh said he had power over life and death. He called someone, he said, die, jump off the bridge, jump off the mountain. He says, he jumped. See? He told somebody else, okay, no, you go back. I got power over. So Moses says, okay, you got power of life and death. Do you have the power to tell the sun to rise in the place that it's sitting? No one had ever said that to him. But that was such a simple statement to let him know he was not Allah Almighty. You playing Allah. You playing the wrong role. You can't play that role. Don't expect no Oscar, no Emmy for that. You don't even come close. And they had to show him. Allah had to show him through someone who was stuttering a staff and his brother, his companion. They had to bring Pharaoh's kingdom down. His kingdom was greater than this kingdom. The people had more knowledge and more skill. But Allah's will was that Musa and the obedient servants that were with Musa ﷺ was to come up. And that's why Allah made a path through the Red Sea, and he allowed that same Red Sea to drown Pharaoh, who was a disobedient servant. That's what happens to us. Allah says, look, read what have gone between me and my servants. Those disobedient servants and those obedient servants. Those disobedient ones, how I've taken off the planet. And the obedient servants, how I've raised them and established them and strengthened power in the land. It's simple. You don't have to be a scholar. Just be sincere. Be good people. Don't try to be anything. Just be someone good. Want for your brother and sister what you want for yourself. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Learn to listen to good advice. Because that's all religion is good advice. Why wouldn't you take good advice? Why wouldn't you apply good advice? Someone said, go over there, they're going to give you an ounce of gold. Be right on it. You wouldn't even ask any questions. We question Allah Almighty, but we don't question Shaitan. Anything that dragon wants, we allow that dragon to do as they like. You don't let your children do as they like. You let them go into a grocery store or a toy shop and just start taking everything out. You would wear them out because it would destroy them. They have to understand the value of things. And we do too. And the very thing that has the greatest value in ourselves is our soul, and it's the most neglected. And that's why we have problems. We are paradise people coming here to establish that's from Allah Almighty. To establish paradise on earth. If we were hell people, then Allah Almighty wouldn't require that we establish His deen, His way of life, to be for us to be obedient, because this would be hell. Everything is in submission except the human beings. And we're the only ones that have the ability to be out of submission. We're the only ones that have the ability to say no to Allah Almighty. Oh, and the jinn. Us and the jinn. And that's what the whole war is against. Really the men and the jinn. Shaitan, the good, the bad jinn, and the men. Shaitan wants the control. He feels he's better because he's from fire. Adam is from clay. But what Allah Almighty put into Adam, He didn't put into Iblis. Iblis does not have the capability and the ability to reach to what Adam has the ability to do, and the descendants of Adam and Eve. When Allah Almighty tested Ibrahim alayhi salam, he had a dream to sacrifice his son, take his son's head off. He said, oh my God, this must be a nightmare. He ain't never had no son. Now he has a son. A loving son, a good son. Now Allah said, take his head off. And as he was putting the knife on his neck, he said Ibrahim's heart was frying. You could smell the meat burning in his heart. But Allah says, never mind, there's a lamb that I want you to sacrifice. Sacrificing does not mean anything to Allah. Allah wants obedience. Obedience is better than sacrifice. That's what the whole story was about. Which was not a story, it was a reality. In order for these blessings, and the blessings are not for Allah, Allah does not need blessings. The blessings are for us. Allah is saying all we have to do is be obedient, and the blessings will flow. And we don't have to live like this. This is from bad choices. Listening to the wrong people. Listening to our dragon. Being rebellious. I don't need nobody. Allah created me. I got my own mind. I got the Quran and the Hadiths. Well, the Prophet, peace be upon him, didn't get it like that. He couldn't read or write. I'm glad he didn't say that. His heart was clean and his heart was open, and he was able to receive the wisdom of Allah Almighty through a pure heart that grew and developed and is still growing. The part of us that we neglect is that part that we don't even see. We don't even know that we are more than just the physical until we go to the graves, and this is what happened. Somebody died. Now we get serious. We start thinking about, well, where's the soul? What happened? I mean, how did it happen? Don't matter how it happened. The soul left the body. Allah called it back. Time was up.